So if you're looking to get the Worms Crate quest done, kill the Mad Angel, but you might be worried about the boss fight, I can assure you, not that hard. So she is weak to crush, so I've got a BGS on me. This is my setup. Not in max gear, I'm not in full Torva, I'm not in full Oathplate, anything like that, just simple stuff. The Slayer Helm's really not doing anything for me, but I figured just why not. These are my stats, 90 in all melees, 386 mage, completely irrelevant, my prayer sucks, but 90 in all melees, so I am not maxed, I am not in OP gear, I'm not in anything. She is weak to crush, but she is weak to mainly melee. Like her crush, stab, and slash and everything, they're really low. If you're using major range, don't even use major range. She has 2 to 300 defenses in all the major range, and you're gonna have a bad time. So, during the quest, you will fight her as well. What you're gonna do is you are going to come up through that staircase, and you're gonna have to climb over this church pew to fight her. So, she has three main mechanics you need to watch out for. She has a ground slam. She has a mechanic where she kind of throws like a ball of light, and you have to like step on the same tile and then wait. She does that 3 times, and then she has a mage mechanic, which if you pray on the exact tick that it hits you, you take 0 damage. And then she also has a what I call enrage phase, where she just says dot dot exclamation point, and all of her abilities are increased damage and speed. So I will now just simulate the fight, show you the fight. It is fairly simple. You're going to pray melee the entire time until she does her mage mechanic, and then I will also show you that. All three of her special mechanics you can take 0 damage from if you do them correctly. Mage one is by far the hardest, so this is the first one. They are random as well. It's not guaranteed because I've seen all three of them first, and it's just random. So you'll see there's a shadow on the floor, the ball of light, and boom. It goes back to her. It does damage to her. If you let it hit the ground, it just bursts on the ground, and you take probably like a 20 to 30 chunk of damage. He does do decent damage, but even with your melee prey, you're still going to have damage. Now, this is the second mechanic that it's showing. Again, they are going to be random. He charges up the sword and slams the ground. You just run literally back and forth until she stops. Whenever she instantly 180s, that means she's going to hit you again. So, whenever she pauses like that, that means the mechanic is over. You're good to attacking. You can obviously get hits in, while you're running back and forth. This is the enrage mechanic. You can see this is the mage attack. You can see if you hit your mage right as she does it, and it gets quicker every time. So the first time's slow, the second time's a little quicker, and the third time is the fastest. The timing can be a little rough at first, but usually whenever her wings get to the very top, that's whenever you want to flick your mage spray on. There's the other mechanic. Now this mechanic is going to be much quicker. Whenever she's enraged, you might not want to try to get damage because you can see how much quicker it's actually hitting. But yet again, same thing. You run back and forth, you will be okay. Mage mechanic definitely takes the skill to get used to because you have to activate it on the exact tick to not take damage. That's literally it. She's got decent. Well, I say decent drops, but it's actually a pretty good chance to get the Hallowfell. I think it's like a 1 in 160 or something like that. So I'm sitting here, getting in early, trying to get it just like everybody else did. She does auto respawn, so if you are trying to get out of the fight, you can just quick exit or exit the church B. You can tele out. You can do whatever you want to. But that's literally the gist of the fight. 755 HP. Again, very simple fight. If you have a crush weapon, she is weaker to crush, but I just prefer the Fang because it doesn't matter what you're killing. If it's susceptible to melee, the Fang will work perfectly fine. Now I see people here with Dragon Warhammers and Stat Warhammers and obviously like Soul Reaper axes and stuff like that. I'd assume Darok would be pretty good here as well because that'd be a decent weapon, but any melee weapon really, the Fang. Like as you can see, the Fang works exceptionally well. I'm hitting 37s with it. BGS also works great, like any god sword. I was hitting, I think, 52s yesterday with it, not specking. So, I mean, anything with Crush will work. Rage mechanic, I don't usually keep my BGS on just because of the fact that it hits slow. Yeah, you see there, I took a 7 damage from the magic. I feel like the closer you get to the tick perfect, it does less damage because if you just have melee or mage prayer on the entire time, she'll hit about 15 through your prayer. So you can completely ignore the mechanic and just pray mage and be like, "Yep, that's all I'm gonna do," and you won't take a lot of damage, but you're like a perfectionist that doesn't want to take you don't want to take any damage at all, then you're definitely going to want to get the ticks down. Really not hard, like I said. Just whenever she raises her wings the entire way up, as soon as they're full up, you just boom, immediately flick on that prey. And then in the enrage mechanic, she does it 3 times. Be careful of that. But that's literally it. Full Mad Angel Guide, level 588, decent drops. You get decent ruins, stuff like that. You get the granite dust so that you can get the granite cannonballs, which is also a nice upgrade. So go get that Hallowfell.